What's up, crew? Coach Dale here. Wanted to kind of cover the Memphis and May sprint course and give a little bit of insight into the course and things like that. So overall, like, this is probably one of the fastest courses that we will do locally. The Olympic course has a little bit more roll to it, maybe a little bit a little bit more challenging run, that sort of thing. But this sprint course is really kind of set up for speed. So when you come in, you will probably park up here in these fields. This is usually where a lot of the parking happens for a lot of our 5Ks, 10Ks, and stuff like that. Again, Shelby Farms is a great spectator-friendly venue, so bring your friends, bring your family. Lots to do at the park during the race, even though this is a short race. But you'll be walking down here and setting up transition in this area right here near this stage. So your transition area will be set up there, usually first come, first serve on transition. And we will launch like on this west end of the path here. So this is a counterclockwise swim, which we don't do a whole lot of, but in this case we are going to do a counterclockwise swim. Most likely time trial start, going off every about 3 seconds. So you're just launching out. It's basically 2 turns. So straight out, turn, long stretch, keep the buoys on your left, turn, and then coming back in. The swim is 1/3 of a mile, 525, 550, that sort of thing. So pretty fast setup here for the swim. We should have a pretty easy like entry and exit, because the beach or the area on this path is kind of a gradual walk-in. So it's kind of nice there to get in and out of. So we'll transition here, and then I'll take you to the bike course. Let me zoom. So the slowest part of this course would be getting in and out of the park. And that's generally the case for any triathlon course that is in a public park. There's turns and stuff like that, little tighter paths and whatnot that are going to slow you down a little bit. But again, overall, this course is very fast. So you're going to get on the bike path and then come up here on Great View and then come out of the park. So past Pine Lake, this rolls up and over here. There's a little bit of, like I said, a little roll there. You're going to take a right out of the park onto Farm Road. So this is net up, but listen, this right here, this net up here is all of the net up that you're going to do basically for the entire bike course. So you come out here, we'll net up, we'll take a right. Once you're on Mullen Station, the pavement up there is actually pretty good. It's usually a road that we don't normally ride on too much, just because it's a little busier. But I'm sure they'll have it kind of patrolled, and there's a couple of intersections in here that I'm sure that they'll have kind of patrolled. But this is very fast section. This bend right here, this right-hand bend, you could probably still take an arrow if you're comfortable, with doing that. It is slightly kind of a banked, so it's not like a right turn. It's just kind of like a hard right-hand bend. So Raleigh-LaGrange, past the dog park here, turns into Trinity, and then we're going to take a right onto Germantown Parkway. Now, Germantown Parkway is probably the worst pavement you'll deal with on the course, but just keep your head up. There's probably going to be a few potholes, a little, like some missing pavement, stuff like that. It's not awful, but it's worth keeping your head up. Just to be safe. Germantown Parkway is one of our major thoroughfares, so it is multiple lanes wide. We'll probably have one lane blocked off for us, probably the right lane since we're taking a right off of it. The intersection down here, we'll probably have police at it. But realistically, from the turn onto Trinity to the turn onto Wolf River, it is net downhill. So it should also be pretty fast. So keep your head up. The turn here onto Wolf River also could be some, possibly some broken up pavement in the turn there. Race directors do the best they can sweeping the course and making sure that all that stuff's out of there. But you get a few cars drive it after they pass by, and it knocks up some gravel in the turn. There's not much you can do about it. So just keep your head up in this turn. But on Wolf River, once you get on Wolf River, after about 100 feet on Wolf River, the pavement is pretty much new. They repaved it a few years ago. It's pretty fast. There are a couple of little bumps on Wolf River that are hard to see, but generally speaking, if you're you can miss them. Like you're not guaranteed to hit them, but it's just like a little hump in the road that is just like bad paving or something. But again, you can avoid those pretty easily. So fast section, Humphreys, Wolf River. Once you get up here toward, and by the way, this is very, very flat. Once you get toward the hospitals up here, you're going to take this ramp back onto Walnut Grove, and then basically you're coming right back into the park. This is pretty flat and fast. This whole bend here, flat and fast, farm road. Once you get up to the park, again, it's pretty flat. Getting into the park, coming in, there'll be one little roller right here. You'll have a net down into T2. I would probably start to take my shoes off on this downhill right here, right before Pine Lake Drive. That's where I would take my feet out of the shoes to dismount. And then coming down here on the bike path into T2. All right, run course. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. So the run course is literally as flat as it gets. It is a lake loop. So you're coming out of T2, and to add a little distance, we're going to do this little jig over here on these paths. Again, tight turns, run tangents. All right. So once you get on the main lake loop, you're going to go counterclockwise. So counterclockwise on the lake loop, you're going to be coming up here doing all these little bends right here. There might be a little bit of a hill right there. I don't even know if you call it that. But again, tight bends, run tangents. We're doing all these tangents to add distance here, or all these little bends to add distance. But it is flat. It is flat. So once you get on the back part of the lake here, you can haul. And one of the cool things is you can see, unless you're like over in this section behind the islands, like this whole area, you can see across the lake. You can see who's chasing you. You could probably see who's way up ahead of you. So there's a lot of visibility on this course, which makes it kind of nice for, just for the competitive aspect of racing. So backside here, flat, come around the bend, flat. You're going to do this little jig again, coming in, and then straight into the finish line. So overall, the course is super flat and fast. The thing that slows you down there are all the little bends in the path. But again, if you run tangents on those bends, you're going to be much faster through those turns and faster overall. So that is the sprint course. In my opinion, super fast. There's always a chance of a little bit of wind, but that's on every course. It's a loop, so you're going to have a tailwind somewhere, headwind somewhere else. So hope you got something out of that, and hope to see you guys all out there.